Hi everybody, I'm Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney. I'm based right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. And my clients are all over the United States and abroad, and I help them with all types of immigration issues. So if you're interested in a fiancé visa, a green card, even a student visa or anything else, H-1Bs I think are becoming more and more popular around this time of year. So if you have any kind of family-based, individual visa, green card, or any kind of employment-based immigration questions, I'm able to answer them for you. This is because immigration is federal, so no matter where you are located in the U.S., we can help you. We can even help you with U.S. immigration questions, even if you're located outside the U.S. All right, so give us a call if we can answer any questions for you on immigration. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. My name is Pratibha Agarwal. I am an immigration attorney. I'm streaming live right now on multiple platforms. I think this is the first time we're doing YouTube. I am on Facebook, on TikTok, and maybe Instagram. I'm not sure if that is connecting at this time. But follow us if you don't already follow us on Facebook and all of our other social media. We're at Agarwal Immigration on all of our platforms. Again, at Agarwal Immigration. I'm an immigration attorney. Share this with others that might have immigration questions, and we can go ahead and answer immigration questions. We can go ahead and answer immigration questions while you have it right now. Someone is saying something about a bug on the wall. I don't see it. I don't know if something looks like a bug, so sorry about that. Great. Well, thank you for joining me today, and I want to start off with our question of the day. So the first question of the day is about the difference between two different ways of obtaining a green card. So one way is called consular processing, if you've heard of that. The other way is called adjustment of status. So consular processing is the normal process that's used if someone is outside of the United States. So if I get married to someone, or if I'm sponsoring my parents, for example, and they're outside the United States, I am using what's called consular processing. So that basically involves me showing the government here in the U.S. that I'm a U.S. citizen, or I'm a green card holder, and I have this relationship with that person that I want to sponsor. So that could be a spousal relationship, or it could be your parental relationship, right? So I show that to the government. Once that's approved, then the whole case gets transferred over to another entity. It's the Department of State. And they will collect your documents. They will have that person outside the country fill out a visa application, and then it gets transferred over to the embassy, and the embassy will schedule an interview, the medical exam will be completed, and the person that you're sponsoring will appear for an interview and then get a stamp in their passport and come in to the U.S. They'll have 6 months to enter the U.S., and they will be a green card holder when they enter. So they will have work authorization when they enter, and they will have travel authorization when they enter. So this is the process for someone if they're outside of the United States. However, if someone is inside the United States and they've entered legally, they've entered the U.S. legally, like through a valid port of entry for the most part, they qualify for what's called adjustment of status. So they can apply here in the U.S. You would sponsor them if you were a green card holder or a U.S. citizen. You would sponsor them. Same thing. You would establish your relationship, and you would establish your own immigration status, like you're a green card holder or you are a U.S. citizen, and they would submit their application while they're in the U.S. The benefit of doing it while you're in the U.S. is that the process is actually significantly faster. So ultimately, you would get a green card if in about 2.5 years if you did it outside of the U.S. But if you did it inside the U.S., you should expect to see an interview in about 1 year to 1.5 years. Okay, and the other benefit of doing it in the U.S. is that you are allowed to be here in the U.S. once your application is submitted. You're allowed to be present here in the U.S. You can also apply for work permit, a social security number, and travel authorization. So you get to experience a lot of benefits even before you have a green card. So in my personal preference, if adjustment of status is possible, meaning the person can be in the US when you file for that green card, I think that is a much faster process. You can be together sooner, and they will get to enjoy benefits like work and travel authorization while that green card application is pending. Okay, so that is my quick bit on consular processing versus adjustment of status. All right, I hope that answers your question. I have some other questions here. What is adjustment of status? It is a green card process for people that are in the United States. So the person that's sponsoring and the person being sponsored can apply for a green card while both are in the United States. It allows you to have work authorization and travel authorization and permission to remain legally in the US, and while this whole green card process is going on. So it is a really awesome it's an awesome benefit for people that are eligible. You have to enter legally through a valid port of entry, with a valid visa in most cases, to be eligible for what's called adjustment of status. Okay, if you can help you with that, any kind of green card application or process, give us a call at 703-348-1663. Again, that's 703-348-1663. I'm taking questions here, so if you want to put any questions in, I'm happy to answer them for you. If you see me answering questions that you are not seeing on your screen, it's because we have a whole bunch of different platforms streaming at the same time. I'm trying to do my best to get to everyone. Okay, what is consular processing? That's the next question. What is consular processing? The consular processing is used to refer to many different things, but most commonly it is used to refer to someone in the US sponsoring someone abroad for a green card to come here and live permanently in the US. So that is the process. It involves the Department of Homeland Security here in the US. You apply here, things get transferred over to the embassy ultimately, and the person being sponsored appears at the embassy abroad for an interview and then enters as a green card holder, right? So the whole approval process happens with two people in different countries most of the time. Okay, give us a call if we can help you with your green card process and talk to you about the benefits or some of the pros and cons, I should say, of applying for a green card and the different kind of methods available for you. Okay, you can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney, and no matter where you are located in the US or abroad, we can help you with your immigration case. All right? Okay, and if you don't already follow us, I see some people are following us right now. Feel free to follow us on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube. We're at Agarwal Immigration. Like us, share us with others that might have immigration questions. I come on here and answer immigration questions. I'm an immigration lawyer. I can help you no matter where you are located. If you want to talk to us about your case, you can reach me at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right, let me answer some of your questions. Katie says, my father's citizenship here and came from Mexico border. I'm over 21. Can I apply for a green card? You might be eligible for a green card if you're over 21. You would have to qualify for a waiver if you came in illegally, but if you came in with a visa and maintain status, you might be able to qualify. I would suggest giving us a call because this sounds like a little bit more of a complicated situation. You can reach me at 703-348-1663. Our office is closed. I should warn you, our office is closed for the last part of next week for Thanksgiving. I hope everyone is making some plans to spend time with family. So feel free to call us or schedule on your own a consultation. You can do that on our link. It's a self-schedule link. It's on our website, which is agarwalimmigration.com, or it is on on the Facebook page, which is also at Agarwal Immigration is our handle. Again, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. We handle all types of immigration cases. If you're not located here in DC, we can do your consultation by phone or by Zoom, which is how we actually do most of them, even for people located in our area. So give us a call and we'd be happy to chat with you about your immigration questions and help you with your cases. Okay? All right, so let me kind of go through and make sure that I'm getting to most of your questions. Hold on a second. I apologize if it looks like I'm missing it, but I'm going through a whole bunch. Okay. All right. Someone says, I applied for asylum. Oh, sorry. I'm not seeing your whole question. Hold on a second. I filed VAWA last year in October 2021, did my biometrics in February 2022. I still haven't gotten my EAD. Okay, so first you want to make sure, I don't know if you used a lawyer, so hopefully you used a lawyer because VAWA applications are strongest when you use a lawyer. Most applications are strongest when you use a lawyer because we're familiar with what types of evidence, pieces of evidence can be helpful in preparing a strong packet for you, okay? Sometimes you're not even aware of the requirements, so it might be better to use a lawyer if you can. If you cannot use a lawyer, let me answer some of your questions here, and hopefully that is helpful to you, okay? So if you filed for VAWA and you didn't file for a green card application and you didn't file for work authorization and travel authorization, you shouldn't expect an EAD card, so an employment authorization card. So I'm assuming that's been filed already. So if you haven't gotten it, there may be an issue with that. For us, we're getting them between 6 and 8 months, sometimes even sooner. So I would probably want to review your application, make sure that you qualify for this, and hopefully if there's any kind of discrepancy or inconsistency in your application, hopefully it can be corrected and you should get your EAD. But for us, it's taking about 6 to 8 months after filing both the VAWA, green card, work permit application. Okay, you can reach us for a consultation on VAWA if you would like. A VAWA is a self-petition that's based on abuse in the marriage or abuse in the relationship. It can be filed based on spousal abuse or parental abuse or even abuse by your child. All right, give us a call. We are at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. We handle all types of immigration questions, all types of immigration cases, so feel free to reach out to us and I'd be happy to chat with you more about your case. All right. Vaz Meister says, would it be possible to become a U.S. citizen if I'm Canadian? Anyone can become a U.S. citizen, right? You just have to be eligible either by employment, by family. You could even do it by extraordinary ability. So there are different ways to become a U.S. citizen. First, you have to be a green card holder. So we'd want to see how can you get a green card. Humanitarian ways, employment ways, or family-based ways. And if you want to chat about those options, I would love to chat with you. Give us a call, 703-348-1663. Zoheb is saying, hello, what is the EAD renewal processing time? So EAD is employment authorization document. You apply for it in conjunction with other applications. So usually if it's a green card application or some kind of humanitarian application, and you kind of tack on your employment authorization request to that, right? So it's basically a packet deal with another type of application. So the processing time can vary depending on how you applied for it. For us, in most cases, it takes about 6 months to 8 months to get an employment authorization document. It comes in the form of a card with your picture on it. Keep it in your wallet. Most of the time, it also includes travel authorization to let you go in and out of the country while your application is pending. Okay, call us if you have any questions, 703-348-1663. We are an immigration law firm and we represent clients all throughout the United States, so feel free to reach out to me. My name is Pratibha Agarwal if you have any questions. Okay? Sonu is saying, hello ma'am, USCIS filled an office in Newark and asked my medical certificate. What does that mean? So when you apply for a green card, you have to apply for, you have to submit medical certification as well. So it's usually, you go to a civil surgeon, they will provide you instructions on how to do it. If you haven't done it before, you go to a civil surgeon, so you have to go to a specific doctor, they fill out a specific form, and they put it in an envelope that's sealed, and you have to give it to the government sealed. That's what they mean. So for all green card applications, you have to undergo a medical exam by a physician that they appoint. So basically that's qualified, and then you will receive your records and you'll have to give it to the government as part of your application in order to qualify for a green card. Okay? All right, here. I think I got to most of them. How long does it take? Sorry, someone is saying, how long does it take for a green card interview from 751, which was scheduled in August 2021? Usually the 751s are taking a long time. It's taking over 2 years to get an interview for that. If you apply with a waiver, it might be taking even longer. They're tough. I gotta say, those interviews are tough. So if you have the luxury of working with an attorney, I would very much do that. All right. Someone is saying, my mom applied in 2012 for her son and they didn't give a receipt number. You definitely want to call USCIS and make sure that they have your application. If you submitted like a check, you might want to confirm that they received that check as well. All right, and if they cashed it, then you know they got it, and then you can just ask for a receipt notice when you call in. All right, and hopefully they'll be able to locate your application. If not, you can always reapply. I know it's very frustrating, but you want to make sure that you get the receipt notice as early as you can, and if you can always do a Freedom of Information Act request and get more, get your full file if you need to. Okay. All right. King is saying, my sister had her naturalization interview, but they said decision can't be made. They usually say that. I don't actually see most of the interviewers saying, yes, it's been approved. They usually just want to do a background check and do some other things. If everything is consistent, basically, if your sister did her, if she passed the citizenship exam, if everything is consistent with previous applications that she had, then she should have nothing to worry about. If she is worried, have her give us a call at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Next question, how long does adjustment of status take? How long does adjustment of status take? Again, adjustment of status is a green card process that's done when the person sponsoring and the person being sponsored are both here in the United States. It usually takes about 1.5 years. If we can help you with that green card process, give us a call. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. We'd love to have a consultation with you. And you can schedule your consultation on our Facebook page or on our website, agarwalimmigration.com. Okay? Great. What can I do if my application for adjustment of status is denied? What to do if my application for adjustment of status is denied? You might be able to appeal the decision to the Administrative Appeals Office. You might be able to reapply with better evidence, or if your application is sent to court, you may be arguing for that in court, right? So it depends on the reason for denial, and it depends on what happens. Does it just get denied? If so, you can appeal it. You can have them reconsider the application, do a motion to reconsider, or you can adjudicate it in court. All right? Call us if we can help you with any kind of issues with your green card application. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right. What does getting an RFE mean? An RFE is a request for evidence, right? It stands for request for evidence. It means you applied for your whatever benefit, whatever immigration benefit with USCIS. they need more evidence and they're just asking you for it. So it does not mean that your case is going to get denied. This happens all the time. Working with a lawyer can decrease the chances of you getting an RFE because the lawyer has done this before, most likely. The lawyer has done this before. We know what types of evidence to submit. We know the proper fees and the proper editions of the forms. So that can reduce your chances of getting something called a request for evidence. So if you have the benefit of working with a lawyer, I would highly suggest that you do that. You can reach us if you want to work with our firm. We represent clients all throughout the United States in all sorts of immigration matters. You can reach us and schedule a consultation at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right. Can we prevent an RFE? That's the next question. Can we prevent an RFE? You can prevent an RFE. This is what I would suggest. If you're not working with a lawyer, what I would do is read the instructions that come with every form that you're doing. Read them very closely and make sure you have all of the evidence that they ask for, and organize your evidence. Make sure that the printed documents are clear. Make sure that you have translations available if the language is if the document is in a foreign language. Be complete. Have a cover letter listing all of the things that you're providing, and make sure you have the proper fees made out to U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Okay, so check everything, make sure everything is signed, make sure you have all the pages, and all of the evidence is clearly attached to your application. All right, so read the instructions to figure out exactly what is needed, and you will really decrease your chances of getting what's called an RFE, request for evidence, and your application will go faster. Best way to prevent it is to work with a lawyer, because we've done this so much, we do it all the time, and we're able to prepare the strongest application for you and spot any issues usually up front. Call us if we can help you, 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right, what do I do if I get a request for evidence from the government? What do I do if I get a request for evidence from the government? Okay, don't panic. First thing to do is don't panic. Read what they're asking for closely. Sometimes they might be asking for something that you already submitted. If that's the case, they usually tell you just write back and tell us it's already part of your application. What we do is resubmit it. I don't think it can hurt to have multiple copies. I'm sure the government is going to not like me for saying that right now, but that's what I do. I usually make another copy of whatever was previously submitted. If that's what they're asking for, make a note that it was previously submitted, but for their convenience, we're including it again. And make sure you kind of go through it very, very carefully and answer and give them everything that they're looking for. It's going to make your application go faster. Sometimes you might get multiple requests for evidence in any case, right? So you might get a multiple RFEs in any case. Usually that doesn't happen. Usually they ask you only once and they'll give you all of the things that they're looking for. But we've had cases where they've now given us multiple requests for evidence. But hopefully it will be approved quickly. Okay, we try to prevent it up front, but sometimes it just can't happen. Sometimes the client is aware that they're going to get an RFE, but we go ahead and file for other reasons, knowing that we're going to get an RFE because we know we didn't include the proper birth certificate and it was going to take some time to get it or something like that. But we weigh the pros and cons and go from there. If you want to call us for a consultation on any kind of green card or anything like that, I would love to help you with that. You can reach me at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right. I'm going through all of the questions that we have. Okay. All right. And one other question. This is a VAWA question. Can I qualify for a VAWA if I have a deportation order? Can I qualify for a VAWA if I have a deportation order? Hi, Shafiza. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. Yes. You can qualify for a VAWA if you have a deportation order. So a VAWA is a self-petition. So if you are married to someone who is abusive, if your parent was abusive, or maybe your child even is rebellious and hurtful towards you, you might be able to qualify for a green card, right? If you have been put in removal proceedings, gone to immigration court, and the judge has ordered you deported, you might still be able to apply for VAWA and get your proceedings terminated in court and hopefully adjudicate everything with USCIS. Okay, so that's a huge benefit. Give us a call if we can help you. If you're in the situation, we might be able to help you with VAWA. If you do qualify, we can assess your eligibility and go from there. You can reach me at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. Thank you for the love, Shafiza. So nice to see you on. Haven't seen you in a bit. I hope you're doing well. All right. Can my abuser have me deported? This is a question. Can my abuser have me deported? So if you're filing for a self-petition, right? If you're filing for a VAWA self-petition, that means that, in most of our cases, that means that you're married to someone who's abusive. They're not helping you with the green card. They're not helping you. They've never helped you. They're using your immigration status against you, and you're afraid to do something on your own, to file for this application on your own, because you're scared the abuser might have you deported. So VAWA keeps you protected. It means that the government cannot talk to the person abusing you. They cannot call them. They can't ask questions. They basically don't have a say in your application at all, right? You have to be truthful, of course. You have to provide accurate information, but the abuser doesn't get to decide whether or not you stay in the U.S. So if you know someone who's in a difficult situation, is in a difficult marriage, their spouse will not help them with the green card application, or the spouse is using the green card as a way to manipulate that person, they might be eligible to apply for a green card on their own without their spouse. They would qualify for work authorization, travel authorization, and many other benefits. Give us a call if we can help them. You can reach us at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. All right. Another question. So it's going to be my last one for today. I had a 2-year green card based on marriage, and I got divorced, right? I had a 2-year green card based on marriage, and I got divorced. Can I still get a 10-year green card? Absolutely, absolutely. So when you apply for your 10-year green card, you can do it at any time. You don't have to wait till that 2-year green card is about to expire. If it's already expired, you can still apply. There's no time limit to do that. And if you got divorced, it's okay, as long as you can prove that the marriage was real and it wasn't just for immigration purposes, and that's done with photographs. Maybe you had a lease together or a home together. Maybe you have children together. Maybe you have other people that can attest to your relationship. Maybe you listed them as a beneficiary on your life insurance. There's all these different ways to show it, so it changes for each couple. So don't worry if I said some things that you might not have, right? But you show the government that the marriage was real. It wasn't just for immigration purposes. You don't actually need your spouse to come with you to get approved based on divorce. You would do it on your own, and you would get a 10-year green card. And you might even qualify for naturalization as well, depending on how long you've been married. Okay? Give us a call, or I'm sorry, depending on how long you've been a green card holder. Give us a call if we can help you go from your 2-year green card to your 10-year green card. Don't panic, don't worry. We are here to help you with all sorts of immigration questions. We can help you with employment-based, humanitarian cases, and many, 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 many family-based green cards in all sorts of complicated situations. So give us a call if we can help you. We are at 703-348-1663. Again, 703-348-1663. If you're joining me for the first time, my name is Pratibha Agarwal. I'm an immigration attorney. I come on here to answer immigration questions. So I'm here to answer your questions. I hope you all had a good day and you got your questions answered, most of them at least. I'll be back on if I didn't get to you, and I'm happy to answer your questions there. But if you want to make sure you're notified when I come back on, you can follow us and like us on our social media platforms. We're at Agarwal Immigration. If you know other people that have immigration questions, let them know, share this with them so they will be able to hop on as well and ask their immigration questions. So I thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for all of your questions, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you so much, and call us 703-348-1663 if we can help you. Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Bye, everyone.